Well, it's been a few weeks since we've had an opportunity to talk with Derrell Peel. And Derrell, let's run back over the past month. What's new in the cattle markets?
Well, for the most part, prices have kind of stabilized. We had some adjustment in the markets really in January and early February. They've kind of stabilized now pretty much at all levels. Feeder cattle prices have actually recuperated a little bit, picking up a little strength on the lighter weight cattle in particular as we move towards spring. Box beef and fed cattle prices just holding pretty steady for the most part.
Let's look at the supply and demand numbers right now. Let's start with supply.
Well, the big picture, of course, is that supplies are tight. Certainly from a feeder cattle perspective, supplies will be tight all of this year, and that's the big underlying support. We're getting, a little bit less cattle probably this year relative to last year from Canada and Mexico. That's going to keep supplies tight, and we're continuing to retain heifers. Seasonally, of course, fed cattle supplies will increase a little bit between now and about June. So we'll see some seasonal pressure there on those on the fed cattle market and on the wholesale beef market as we move into that time frame.
So as we move into the demand side, let's talk about that.
Well, demand's been kind of a cap here recently. There's several factors going on through the wintertime. We've had lots of cold weather in lots of places that hasn't helped beef demand. We've had increasing supplies of pork and poultry, which continue to weigh on the market. Again, tight supplies fundamentally is supporting box beef prices, but holding them more steady than anything. We're going to move into the summer grilling period here. We're looking for some seasonal increase in box beef demand as we move over the next month or so.
Are cattle moving in and out of the U.S. right now?
Well, again, we're still importing cattle from Canada and Mexico, but a little less so. The import numbers from last year or from January were down a little bit from last year for feeder cattle and for slaughter cattle.
Okay, and are we getting any trade with Mexico right now?
The trade numbers for January were pretty disappointing in a lot of ways, and we've got several things going on that really affect beef. Beef prices, of course, are already high in the U.S. The strength in the U.S. dollar has made exports even more expensive. It's also made imports more attractive, so we're importing more, we're exporting less. And then, of course, the dock situation on the West Coast slowed things down, caused some logistical problems that still aren't completely taken care of. So that added more pressure to it. And again, the supplies of pork and poultry compared to, and the slow exports of those adds to the problem.
Boy, I feel like we're all caught up now. Okay, a month worth of data right there. Okay, thank you much, Derrell Peel, Livestock Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.